This week we're gonna go over all the finishing touches I needed to do on the X5, a little bit of a brief shakedown, and then getting it to SEMA. So among the last finishing touches was putting all the switches in. So these are for the transfer case. I intend on laser etching these. I got the blanks for that reason. But there's rear output, front output, and then the high-low box for the transfer case. So all those are here. I 3D printed a little bezel, cut a trim piece out here, glued that into the dash, so that's good. I've got to clean this a little bit better. Still got a bunch of fingerprints on it. And then on the other side, I put the exhaust valve switch. So basically same thing, a little 3D printed bezel like that, just one switch instead of 3. So that meant I could put all this back together. All of our switches from the first phase are in here. The nice little switch panel we made with all the light switches, and I have my front and rear lockers on that. That's all good to go. Trim's all back in. Yeah, head up some of the other little details. So one of the other things I noticed in our little bit of a shakedown has been a slight transfer case leak. So if you remember, that's a double transfer case setup. There's a low range box in front of the transfer case. That low range box didn't have the pattern for this transmission, but it's easy. You can just drill a new pattern, which is what I did. There happened to be an extra hole that I thought didn't go all the way through that did go all the way through. So once you get up to speed, gear oil was slinging around and just weeping out that hole. So I slid the transfer case back last night, sealed that back up, and put it back on, and we're gonna, we shouldn't have any leaks anymore. So that was one of the last few things that honestly I've been dreading because it's really heavy. So while you guys are seeing this the week of SEMA, for me, this is a couple days before I actually have to leave to get it to SEMA. So as far as shakedowns go, I'd love to be shaking this down off-road right now, but it's just a little too risky. I don't want to damage it, I don't want to roll it, I don't want to do any of that bad stuff before it has to be on exhibit at SEMA. So for now, this street shakedown is great. I'm making sure temperatures and everything are in check, everything responds well, it handles decent, brakes are good, and everything, so far, all systems are good. So I'm happy with that. It'd be cool to do some off-roading, but it's a little too risky. So next up, after SEMA, we're gonna take this through Moab. So that'll be the next thing you guys see. All right, all loaded up. Everything's decently clean. I'm still gonna have to scrape the bugs off, but by the time I drive 32 hours to Vegas. So try to get on the road now, get some miles down, and continue on. A couple days of driving.
Oh, that's dope.
All right, we're out here at SEMA. We made it out with the X5. You're gonna see this after SEMA, and then right from here, we're going to Moab for 3 days. So that's exciting. We made it. Everything's awesome here. Just wanna check out the sights and hang out for a little bit. All right, we're done with the SEMA push. Just loaded out of there, did the whole cruise around town, and made it back to where the truck and trailer is. Next thing you guys are gonna see is us going to Moab, so we're gonna be doing that tomorrow morning.